So further stuff here that is shown is the documentation. In this section here, it says the Linux Mint documentation consists of a collection of guides available in PDF, EPUB, and HTML, and available in many languages. Just click the button below to see which guides are available. So you can go ahead and launch that at your convenience if you'd like, and check out the documentation in detail if you really want to dig deep into, beyond what any of my videos will cover, beyond my knowledge level probably, to be honest, because I'm not exactly a master or anything. I'm pretty much an average user, so just sharing what I've learned over the years. And so, but the detailed documentation for the operating system is all right there, easily accessible. If you want to see the new features with the latest version, you can just click right here at the launch. It says click the button below to discover the new features introduced in this version of Linux Mint. So what they'll do a lot of times is they'll have a blog post or something like that, and it will say like what's new in whatever the newest iteration is, and usually every new version comes with some features that weren't in the previous one. So this is an easy way to refresh your memory, or if you don't know what the new features are for that version at all, you can just click it there, and it will take you to the relevant resource to details with the details of the features, whatever was newly introduced. And then release notes here, it says click the button below to read about known bugs, limitations, and workarounds for this version of Linux Mint. So just like with the new features, there's also there will also be some things where it'll say like there was some kind of regression to due to some update, or there'll be specific features that maybe work differently because of maybe a bug happened or something, or some other issue, and it will detail those sorts of things in here. Or even if you just experience an issue and you say, hey, is that normal? Is this something I should be concerned about? Because now it's giving me this error message or something, and it wasn't before. Then you can look into it and say, okay, that's because this thing happened, and here's what you do to work around it, or to make that message go away, or whatever the case. Those kinds of information details will be given in the release notes section. So and then we've got a help section here with a couple of places you can go, either the web forums, which will be probably for most people will be referencing those. It says the Linux Mint forums are the best place to find help. Join thousands of users, search topics and threads, and find solutions to your problems. So they're pretty active on the Linux Mint forums. You'll a lot of times, even if you're just performing a search like how to do whatever, and in Linux Mint, and then those were the results from the Linux Mint forums will show up, because it's pretty pretty active, pretty popular, and they cover a wide variety of topics. Even if you just want to learn like how to do something with Linux specifically, it will show up there. And then the other option is the IRC chat room. So you can also connect to the IRC chat room and chat with users who are currently online. Ask a question, maybe someone there knows the solution. So and you can just go ahead and launch that if you'd like. And it says Linux Mint has a great community. Many users will welcome you with open arms and be delighted to help you. Just make sure to be patient and respectful with them. Keep a happy and positive attitude, and provide accurate information when someone helps you. And that's just in general. Like, you want to try to be courteous or whatever as best you can, especially if you're just asking for help with stuff. I mean, because especially if you're a beginner, you'll probably ask the same beginner questions that they get all the time, and it's like, okay, we've answered this 1,500 times already, whatever. But folks will usually point you to answers if you've asked something that's they've already answered elsewhere. So don't worry about that. They'll just say, hey, this is a duplicate, and we've answered this here, and they'll give you a link to whatever, and it'll help you out usually. So but yeah, so don't feel intimidated or anything like that about asking for help if you're confused about something, or if you have an issue with your installation or anything like that. So, and then the final option is contribute. It says Linux Mint is a great project. It is open to anyone who wants to participate. There are many ways to help, and just click the button below to see how you can get involved. So if you're a Linux super fan and you really want to, you really like Mint, and it's you want to either help us for a variety of ways. You can help users with your knowledge that you've learned, or you can contribute programming if you've got that kind of background. If you want to help develop features and things like that, or even if you just want to donate to the project and say, hey, thanks for being awesome, here's $10 or whatever. They will give you options to do that when you hit the launch button here. So that about covers the welcome screen in general. Hopefully feels like a good introduction for most of the viewers here. And we'll go into lots more details in future videos about all the stuff that I didn't even begin to cover in the system settings and down here in the Mint menu and all that. So alright, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to learn even more, you can find my books at bookstoread.com/Jonathan. That's books, the number 2, read.com/JONATHAN.